Final race from Goodwood is the Glenvents Owen Brown Handicap over 12 furlongs. Overbearing for Daniel French, Sweet Eyes Paul Parsons, Trepango Commodity Darren Thompson, Bright Moon Paul Parsons. Without Park and Sprightly for David Robertson, Meshfi Ryan Dan Hughes, Tusker Augustine Paul Rhodes, Rose Garden Martin Leadham, Lucky Excuses Darren Thompson, Broadway Grey for Stu Gray, Moscow 87 Jai Bermenstein, Ortea Fondant Matt Cooper and Merry Moondance for Padraig Hogan. 14 runners. And away we go. And a couple of greys on this near side early on, but it's Merry Moondance just for Padraig, who takes the early lead, but nobody really wanting to go on with it. And it is one of those greys, Meshfi Ryan now, who has the slight advantage from Ortea Fondant over on the far side for Matt Cooper, Bright Moon in between horses with Sweet Eyes, the two Paul Parsons horses. Then comes Trepango Commodity, Rose Garden and Tusker Augustine. In behind that, Overbearing, Moscow 87, Without Park, Broadway Grey, Lucky Excuses, Merry Moondance and Sprightly at the rear of the field. But it's Ortea Fondant who has now taken up the running, got about a 4-length lead to Sweet Eyes in second. Then comes Trepango Commodity. Moscow 87, one of the greys for Jai Bermenstein, moving up on the far outside, which is now closest to us, but it's Ortea Fondant who still has the lead. Still about 4 or 5 lengths from Sweet Eyes in second. Moscow 87 now just moving up on the outside. Bright Moon, another grey there over on the rail with Meshfi Ryan trying to find some room as well in the royal blue colours, but it's Ortea Fondant inside 7 furlongs. Lead just getting slightly reduced now with Moscow 87 in second. Bright Moon third, Meshfi Ryan 4, Trepango Commodity 5. Then comes Sweet Eyes, Sprightly and Rose Garden. Behind that is Tusker Augustine, Overbearing, Without Park. Short of room, Lucky Excuses, and at the rear of the field was Broadway Grey, but he's just moved up a little bit there for Stu on the rail. But Ortea Fondant out in front, being challenged now by Meshfi Ryan. They're inside 5 furlongs. Sweet Eyes has moved into third. Merry Moondance now coming on the outside. Also a good run there for Bright Moon on the rail, but it's Ortea Fondant who has it by about a length to Meshfi Ryan. These two have a further length to Merry Moondance and the two Paul Parsons horses, Bright Moon and Sweet Eyes, but it's Ortea Fondant inside the 3 furlong pole. Now they go. Has it the lead from Merry Moondance on this near side. Ortea Fondant and Merry Moondance. These two from Meshfi Ryan in third, Sweet Eyes 4 and Bright Moon 5. But Merry Moondance now inside the 2 furlong pole leads it from Ortea Fondant. The grey Meshfi Ryan coming with a good run. A couple of lengths then back to Sweet Eyes and Bright Moon, the 2 stablemates. But it's Merry Moondance. Has it by about a length to Meshfi Ryan and Ortea Fondant. They're inside the final furlong now. Merry Moondance on this near side. The grey Meshfi Ryan trying to get up on the far side, but Merry Moondance looks like it's going to hold it on. Merry Moondance it is. Merry Moondance from Meshfi Ryan, Ortea Fondant and Sweet Eyes just holding on there from the grey, who is finishing strongly on the rail by about half a length. It is Merry Moondance from Meshfi Ryan and Ortea Fondant. Merry Moondance for Padraig Hogan, another winner for Padraig. Meshfi Ryan in second for Dan Hughes. Ortea Fondant third for Matt Cooper. And then Sweet Eyes and Bright Moon fourth and fifth for Paul Parsons.